I have a question for
Sure.
for the guys. Most of you seem to kind of agree that you like the more natural aesthetic, which is totally like whatever your preference is. I personally, I don't really care like whatever someone wants to do with their body. It's what they want to do with their body. But do you feel like the way men look at bodies now and they see really plastic stuff and they think that that's what real life looks like now has misconstrued a lot of it? Because that's what I feel like. Like, I don't necessarily want to get work done, but sometimes I think I consider it because I do want to sometimes fit the mainstream narrative a little bit. And
Do it.
I don't think I'll ever really will, because I want to look how I look, and I just kind of want to go with it. And I feel like if you like me, you like me. You don't, you don't. And it kind of is what it is. You know what I mean? But I feel like, do you personally feel that the mainstream narrative is really misconstrued and kind of looked at what you consider natural beauty as not that pretty anymore? Like, do you feel like it's not as, it's not as popular anymore, and it's a little bit harder for you guys to find?
Brandon,
I think so, yeah.
let's start with Brandon over here.
So when I see a woman that's very natural, and she might not be, God-given the most attractive female, but she carries herself with so much confidence, and it's very obvious that she doesn't really care about who's judging her or who's, whatnot, that is 10 times more sexy than a girl that can't stay out of the mirror, too much makeup, constantly worried about she's too much into herself. She's not figured out how she is, how she wants to feel. So for a dude to get in a relationship with someone like that, it's going to be a lot of self-centered dialogue going on, as opposed to someone who's just like, hey, this is how I am. I'm happy being me. I'm not going to change nothing. If I do, I'm going to rock it and go with it. And hey, that's sexy too. But is it bigger? Do I need to go larger? Should I? All that kind of stuff right there is take it back to the drawing board and leave it there for me.
Yeah, I'd say, if you look at somebody that's just like tons of plastic in them and whatnot, and especially like looking at their lifestyle too, like if she's out and just like, you're like, what do you do for fun? And like all they do is like go out with their friends and like drink seltzers, and like their hobby is like wine or something. Like that, to me, like that's unattractive. Or somebody that like eats bad food, stuff like that. I find that if somebody doesn't really wear makeup, but they have like a healthy lifestyle, they eat healthy, like take care of themselves, like respect themselves, that to me is like way more attractive than somebody that would put like $100,000 into their face or like a boob lift or whatever.
Yeah. So I place like a very high premium on like health, right? Like when I was growing up, my mom, she suffered from Lyme disease. She was very unhealthy, and like it wore down on her. And one of the things that I want in a wife is someone who's very healthy. And I think what plastic surgery does, I think plastic surgery almost like mimics what good health looks like in a woman. Like if a chick's getting like a Brazilian butt lift, it's mimicking like a fertile woman, right? If a woman gets huge fake tits, like that's mimicking fertility in a woman. And like I personally, I see it and I'm instantly like, but like what I think is like most attractive is when a woman like gets on top of her nutrition, she gets on top of like learning how to take care of her hormones and how to take care of herself, because women tend to fill out very naturally. Like plastic surgery mimics what a really healthy woman looks like, and obviously when they've got like double D's, like that's not going to happen for every woman. But like plastic surgery, like if a woman's like manipulating her hips or her waist or her butt or anything like that, like women can achieve that to some degree through taking care of themselves, and that's like 1,000,000 times more attractive in my opinion. What do you think about that?
I'm gonna respond.
Yeah.
Definitely, like seeing people that have like that outward, overly done plastic surgery look can be a turnoff for you. But there's a lot of women who are just built like absolute refrigerators who get like I'm telling you, like they are, like there is, and they get some work done, and like it's very, very minimal. Like I have a lot of friends who've gotten like very small little things done, and you would absolutely never know. Yeah. So it's like you can't say like plastic surgery is outward a turn off. It's like when it's overly done and it's outward. You know what I mean? Because I promise you see these women, you have no idea.
So don't go cheap is what you're saying? You're gonna get it done?
What do you mean?
Well,
just like don't. I mean, if that's what they want to do and they want to do like the overdone look, all power to them. But you're saying your preference is a less overdone look, which is
But
Yeah.
some people do get work done to achieve and not overdone. Like,
yeah, not
Yeah,
overdone
no,
look.
I
you
get
know what I
that.
mean?
I
They'll
get
be
that.
straight built like this, and you can just get a little bit of that, a little bit of that, and you're good. Like,
What I wish was happening
Yeah.
is like more women were learning how to exercise and take care of their
yeah, but
hormones.
okay, if you're built
Hold on,
like a
hold on.
fridge, I promise you're not gonna
Even-
achieve
even-
it
even a
that way.
girl-
Like, you're not.
I know girls who were quote unquote built like fridges.
Yeah.
And then they started
Like,
they started eating right and they
Yeah.
started exercising in the gym and like they achieved like a curvy waist and like
Yeah.
they achieved a nice butt and stuff. Like there's a lot that like any woman could do that's
I
within their
absolutely
reach,
know that.
you
Like, I know that. I'm not.
Okay.
I don't go into plastic surgery. I completely
Okay.
work out. I eat right. I do all that to
Okay.
achieve the look that I want.
That's
but
good.
I'm naturally like given the shape that I want. Like, luckily. But there's a lot of people that I know that aren't.
Yeah.
I feel like we should have the hashtag built like a fridge. Hashtag
Built like a
like a
fridge.
fridge.
If any of the commenters in the chat want to change their username and icon to a fridge and, well, leave some comments, we'll highlight it. But yeah, I mean, my take on that is, don't do it. Don't get plastic surgery. Don't get shit in your lips.
Brian, do you like women built like fridges?
Built like a fridge?
Yeah.
If it's their natural
As
look,
long-
man, they're
Sears
natural.
box
Like a double-wide
fridge.
trailer.
No plastic surgery.
As long as she's 4'11" and has large labia, I'm down for it.